Hello, and welcome to Episode 3 of Your Neighbor's Garage, the unofficial podcast of the 9-5 motherfucking 6.
I didn't open a beer can.
Yeah.
So this is the first episode that we don't have a snap.
Oh, damn.
Yeah.
We have no
We're
crack,
failing
but
you guys. We're back after 2 weeks. Rest in peace, Bella.
Yeah, so unfortunately, guys, last week my dog passed away, and it was
a real one.
It was on the day that we would record. So I just told the guys like, hey, let's take a week off, just to kind of regroup and stuff. Mostly for me. I mean, everyone was really helpful throughout the entire or really understanding. So I appreciate that.
You're welcome.
And I hope. I know I didn't post it or anything. Like I didn't want to post that my dog had passed away and stuff like that. So no one really knows except my close people that I've actually told and texted about. So yes, that's why we weren't here last week, but it's fine. We're back. Everything's good.
So ladies, reach out to Gus because he's still heartbroken and fix it.
Show him your dogs.
Yeah. No, send Gus pictures of your dogs. He wants to see them and or cats.
I've actually started to take a fine liking to cats. The other day, what's it called?
I hope she hears this, bro.
He's gonna get some weird ass cat lady in his DMs.
Yeah,
I hope so too. What's up? Oh, hold on, Pancho. Speak more into your mic, which is fine.
What?
Awesome.
What?
No, it's just
okay.
Yeah. Like there you go. Like
Pancho with the if y'all can't see it on the camera, I can see it from over here. Pancho with the little stash.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
So I have, I guess, the hair growing abilities of an 11-year-old. Okay. So when I was like 11 or 12, everyone was showing off their armpit hair, and I couldn't because I couldn't grow any hair. I think I didn't grow armpit hair till I was 14 years old.
Open up, King.
And I was like, damn, what the fuck is that on there? Like, I had a buddy. His name is Joel. He's from Zapata. I think he lives in the Valley now, joined the army, whatever.
Yep.
And we were like 11. And this guy had a fucking bush.
No way.
Okay, here on his armpit. And I'm like, bro, like, you're on roids?
As an 11-year-old?
Or you're my dad.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I was like, what the fuck? And then, like, I think it's beneficial because I know, like, you have a hairy chest.
Yeah.
I don't grow hair on my chest at all.
You know what?
But that means, like, I won't grow hair anywhere. So it takes me a little personal, but it takes me a while to have to shave my pubes.
That's cool.
Yeah.
I'm the opposite.
I mean, I groom all the time.
Oh, that shit's back in bro, I can trim that thing and it's back in a week. But I don't just grow hair on my chest and my butt cheeks and stuff.
You're a very hairy person.
Dude, I'm a hairy person in general, but my hair
all the hair that I can grow, it just went to you.
Yeah, God gave it to me, but instead he added to your thighs.
It got transferred by Wi-Fi.
He took away my ass and he gave it to Pancho.
He transferred it through Bluetooth.
Yeah. No, dude, I grow hair on my toes. Do y'all get hair on your toes?
Yes.
Yeah.
I have very hairy
Very
toes.
little.
Have you ever had to shave your toes?
No.
I don't do it.
Ladies, have you ever shaved your toes?
No,
Send it.
No. Women have hair somewhere and they just shave it off. Like from the eyebrows down. I think that's from like Wolf of Wall Street. From the eyebrows down.
Bare naked.
No hair.
Well,
yeah.
I want to make a quick shout out to the posters that we have here on the wall. If you guys are looking at them. Right, this week we have Pulp Fiction. And,
Classic.
And The Evil Dead. There you go.
That's our sound guy again today. He's back in the studio.
Are we developing our studio?
Yes, we're growing the studio up a bit. You're gonna see some changes into this room as the season goes on. Hopefully, definitely I'm gonna be rotating. I bought a couple posters, so I'm gonna be rotating these posters out for every week. This week we have Quentin Tarantino's Pulp Fiction,
classic,
absolute master of cinema, of really like a modern.
Voted our best movie of all time.
Back in season 2.
If you're a new listener, okay, so a couple episodes ago we had this bracket. We shit it out because we hadn't met up in a while.
Yeah,
and we did a movie bracket, and guess who won? Pulp Fiction.
Mm-hmm.
So in honor of Pulp Fiction, we put them here in our wall.
Oh yeah,
and I've never seen The Evil Dead, so I have
you
no
know what
idea.
I hate? There's film majors, and if we have any film majors listening, I'm sorry if I offend you, but there's film majors that take joy in never seeing a Tarantino film.
Oh, like they're complete. Like they're like
Remember
anti-Tarantino.
when we were added to this Instagram film group
Yeah,
chat?
I think I made that at one point. I think I was the one that made that.
You're the one that made it? I thought someone else had made it.
I wasn't in that.
And,
Yeah, you didn't sign up.
Like,
Oh.
everyone was showing all these movies, and I'm like, I am a fucking mainstream loser.
Yeah,
Because
like,
I had
dude.
no fucking clue.
dude.
Like, people were putting, like, I love this movie. Everyone was like, yeah, this movie. And I'm like, I've never
It's
heard
like
of
some
it.
obscure French film. Like,
No, like I thought. Okay, this is gonna sound so pretentious, but like I thought I knew movies.
Yeah.
I don't know movies.
No.
I don't. There was some people in that group chat that straight up like fucking cited some weird black and white noir movie, and I don't know what the fuck. Like they're like actual like Italian cinema or something. Like they were like actually well versed.
They actually know the movies on that category and the Oscars of the foreign films.
Yeah.
They actually watch the foreign films. Me, it's like,
shout out to Parasite.
Parasite.
yeah.
That's a good one.
Amazing.
But yeah, the Evil Dead, it like pioneered the whole
Cabin.
like teenagers go to a cabin in the woods and they get fucking killed.
Yeah.
Like
So is it before, I guess, what's a movie like,
Cabin in the Woods.
no, like, what's his name, Jason? Or
yes,
what's it, like,
this one.
Camp
Well, it's
Crystal
just,
Lake or whatever it's called?
oh, Friday the 13th.
Okay, Friday the 13th.
Friday 13th. That one came out in the 70s, I believe. So did I want to say the Evil Dead? Actually, no. I'm sorry. I'm wrong. The Evil Dead came out in the 80s.
Just say it. Just say it. Just act like it's right.
Yeah. if you
Act
say
like it's right.
if you say anything with enough confidence, people will believe you. How do you think I get
Yeah.
through life?
So
Fonz is fake facts.
I think our listeners now know that whatever we say is probably not
Bullshit,
true.
yeah.
Yeah, but we're gonna act like it's true.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, we've been very clear to not take our advice, wholeheartedly.
Yeah.
Like, take it with a grain of salt.
no, it's not a grain of
so
salt.
if we say we know, it's something, we probably don't know it.
Don't take our advice with a grain of salt. Take it with a fucking fistful.
A fistful of salt.
But you know what we do know?
What do we know, Pancho?
Time travel.
And
Ooh.
that we don't even know, but we know.
Yeah. So we're
That's
gonna
another thing we
we're
don't
gonna
know.
talk to you all a little bit about time traveling, what it's about, what we think of it. I think this is probably going to be the first time ever where me and Gus agree.
Oh, yeah.
'Cause I'm
Oh.
super interested in
Really?
time travel.
Okay.
Yes,
dude, I thought we were gonna fucking
yeah, like
bicker again.
I thought this was going to be the third time where let's fucking table, ladders, and chairs match here on your neighbor's garage. But no, I feel like Gus and I are going to have a very good conversation.
Honestly,
today.
I really like when we and Pancho like bicker and stuff because
It has character. It's like
yeah.
If y'all follow our Twitter, which is
at your neighbor's G.
on Twitter, I made this meme a while back where it's like two girls fighting and and I put Pancho and Gus like it was them, and there's one kid in the back just dabbing.
Yeah.
That's me.
Okay, also before we go into that, I just got a new Apple Watch. So now, like,
Flex.
I had an Apple Watch for 4 years, but now I'm acting like it's
Yeah.
like a new. It's the exact same fucking thing. Just a little bit bigger, just a little bit newer. I think
Oh, is that the newest gen?
yeah, you can do your EKG even though I'm healthy. I don't know. It seems all cool.
Yeah.
So if you want to spend like $400, yeah, on the Apple Watch.
Are you gonna get the new iPhone?
I don't know.
Don't.
Yeah, I'll probably trade this one in.
I just
I'm,
want-
yeah.
I'm an Apple fanboy. I have
don't-
everything Apple. Yeah.
I don't even want the new iPhone. I just
So-
want to show up. I just want to show up to that T-Mobile
So
on
wait,
Clark.
are you? Yes, that's
I just want to show up to that T-Mobile on Clark, baby.
Boy, that's where I got all my stuff.
Excuse me, can I speak to your manager?
Oh my god. So what are you? Team Apple or Team Android?
I'm Team Apple, bro.
Yes, sir.
Eddie, your sound guy.
Apple. Okay, we already won. We're not gonna argue about it. Team Apple.
Google Pixel.
If you have a WAP or a big
Google
dick,
Pixel 4.
you're Team Apple. So time travel.
Time travel.
Gus, you're the man. Let's
Oh
go.
fuck! All right, so let me get right up in y'all's ears real quick.
Ooh,
Oh
don't
fuck!
do that.
Okay, all right.
Tingles.
Well, I mean, I don't think we got any
wait.
creepy I don't think we got any creepy ominous music set up for time travel.
we don't need it.
Yeah, we don't need it.
I mean, we could. if I could pull something up really quick.
If our sound guy can
some
pull
like
up
weird like sci-fi.
Like, could have been cool had he done it 10 seconds ago.
Yeah, it could have been
Or
cool.
like the
And actually
soundtrack to-
prepared for it.
No, I mean it's fine. This gives the podcast character.
So
you know?
give me what
I feel like Joe Rogan when I'm like, Jamie, can you put this up real quick?
Gus, what's your definition of time travel? Or for listeners out there who don't know what time travel is,
Let me put this back since we're kind of just talking.
what do you think time travel is? Go.
Okay, well, I think first of all, time travel is literally just traveling through time. Like
Yeah.
that question is pretty simple. It's the fact that how can we time travel, or like, is it even possible?
Can we introduce like what time travel is? Because I did my research and it's pretty cool. So
Okay.
I guess throughout time, like in the 1800s, 1700s, it was like a thing, and it wasn't really popular. right? There was like little stories about it and stuff like that. But in 1895, I believe. Okay, so H.G. Wells, he's an author. Yeah,
War of the Worlds.
He made the. Oh, really? That's
Yeah,
the guy
War of the
who did it?
Worlds.
He wrote War of the Worlds,
Okay.
and they did the radio broadcast, and people actually freaked out. Like they thought it was real.
Oh, wow.
Because people tuned in halfway to like, and this is probably off topic to what you were about to say.
Good.
But yeah, H.G. Wells, he wrote War of the Worlds, and they read it on the radio back then. I don't know what time period it was. I think 30s or 40s. I'm not sure.
Okay.
But the people that tuned into the radio, they tuned in halfway, and so they were just hearing the story with no context.
And they panicked.
And it went into a panic. Like people straight up started panicking, thinking that this shit was actually going down.
Oh damn, that's crazy. So in 1895, he made the sci-fi novel, okay, and it basically popularized the whole concept of time travel.
Which novel? Which novel was it? Which novel?
Novel. It was called The Time Machine.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Oh,
So, yes.
Yeah, so it was time travel through vehicle or device to travel through time. So either back and forth. Yeah, so, and then I guess it like made it seem, I forgot the end of the thing, but it's some type of weird ass story at the end. I really don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, but then like I guess now within time you see more movies about time travel. I
Right.
think my favorite is like Hot Tub Time Machine.
That's a good one.
Yeah,
I like that
really
one.
That's a really good movie because
Ba-
you go back into the 80s and stuff like that. with
Back
John
to the
Cusack.
Future is also pretty
Yeah,
good.
I've never seen Back to the Future.
Dude.
Oh, dude, you have
It's the first one, man. It's honestly like a fucking movie you have to see. Like,
you can
must
watch all three of them consecutively, like literally like
Oh,
as
so there's two. I thought there was two.
there's
three,
three.
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
As one ends, the other one picks up at the exact same scene. So you can watch all three of
So
them
like
together.
The Incredibles.
Yes, I guess. but you don't have to wait 10 years until they do
Shout
the
out to
sequel.
Miss Incredible.
Yeah, she did. Okay, so that I feel like now we have this weird concept of time travel, right? So I think when I first got introduced was not Hot Tub Time Machine. It was actually SpongeBob.
Oh, the
Remember?
episode when they go.
Yes, when they go back and forth, and then I think we have this weird the past.
alone.
So the past, I think it's very the same. I guess like dinosaurs. I guess ancient times and
Yeah.
stuff. But I feel, which is cool, I guess, interesting. But I feel like we have a very negative connotation or very negative, I guess, like view on the future. I feel like we've had like the future,
it's like
as
it's dystopian.
post-apocalyptic,
Yeah.
empty,
Mad
and I
Max.
feel like that's what SpongeBob like made me think.
Okay.
When everything was all empty in that white room, I
Oh,
guess.
yeah.
And I felt like, dude, I don't want to live like this.
No.
And it actually made me scared of the future because I might, if I turn 100 years old, I might go into the 22nd century.
Yeah.
And my whole view on the 22nd century growing up was that.
Like the squares.
Yeah,
and
the squares.
colors,
I don't
yeah.
want to live in a square.
I mean,
I don't know.
That's crazy that they bring that up because I literally watched a video essay yesterday about that specific episode having to do with Nietzsche, the philosopher, and existentialism and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So basically, Squidward and like there's this whole online theory that when Squidward is in that place, like that blank space with all the squares, that's purgatory.
I had a feeling.
Yeah,
You were gonna say
that it's purgatory. Like he died and he's in the middle, and like shit's just kind of like shit went off the rails. Because when he goes into the future is when it's all chrome and shit. And he's like,
I mean,
future.
Squidward is a very lustful person. Not lustful, envious
yeah,
person.
envious.
Yeah, and I think envy is a 7 deadly sin.
One of the 7 deadly sins.
So,
I mean, there's this whole other theory
Yeah,
that fucking
bro.
SpongeBob has the characters are personifications of the 7 deadly sins.
Oh no,
Like-
let's not get into
yeah,
that.
that's a different episode.
Yeah, Mr.
Hey,
Krabs.
next episode.
Mr. Krabs is greed. Fuck no. Mr.
No.
Krabs is greed is one.
I think the whole concept of time travel was like, I mean, we've always the whole thing about time travel I've been told is that if you go to the past, you fuck up something for the future, right? Which is kind of like the whole basis of like Back to the
Well, it
Future.
depends if you going back in time as a spectator or going back in time as in someone participating within that time frame.
Yeah.
Because what's it called? Yes, you go back in time. Let's say you want to go see when your dad met your mom or whatever the fuck.
That's Back to the
You
Future.
actually participate in that, and let's say you met your dad at the bar. Your mom and dad met each other at the bar. They met each other at House of Whiskey.
Yeah.
Okay. And
They
then-
waited 20 minutes for a drink.
He's waiting 20 minutes for a drink, but you place yourself in the middle between them for some reason, and they never got to meet because you're that guy that got in between them. But if you were never there, they would have been together.
Oh, yeah.
Next to each other and be like, hey, my name is Fonz. Oh, hey, my name is Margarita.
Yeah.
Or whatever. And they would have met and they fucked and had you. But because you went back in time and decided to get between them, they never met, and then you never exist.
That's literally the story of Back to the Future.
Oh, really?
Literally.
Yeah.
You just described Back to the Future. Like,
You just described the plot to
Dude,
Back
that's
to the
crazy.
Basically.
And then like Hot Tub Time Machine, remember where
Same
they're
thing.
trying to
Same
go
plot.
when they're trying to go back, and I guess the nephew or whatever, he fucking hates John Cusack's friend.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
But he doesn't know who his dad is.
Yeah.
But then his mom is
He's
there on
the
the
dad.
ski trip and whatever, and he's fucking the guy, and he gets fucking mad, so he ends up not fucking, and then he starts disappearing.
Yeah.
And he's like, "Fuck, I gotta let this guy fuck my mom, so I can't be born."
Spoiler alert.
Yeah.
it's like a 10-year-old movie.
It's a
Yeah,
fucking old movie.
What's
yeah.
it called? That's interesting that you guys talk about this because there's this really popular paradox when it comes to time travel, which is the grandfather paradox, which is kind of what you guys just described, where you go back in time and you kill your grandpa. So your grandpa never had the chance to have your dad.
The lineage.
You know, so you were never able to be born, so you were never able to go back in time in the first place. But yet you still went back in time to kill your grandpa. So it's like it's a paradox.
It's a constant like
It's a loop. Like you can't
destroy what's been undone. You can't undo what's been done.
But that's why.
No.
That's why time travel's so dangerous.
But check this out.
Okay.
Recently, a graduate student from MIT, I think, or Harvard, or one of those Ivy Leagues.
Yeah, one of the ones I went to.
Yeah, one of the ones that Fonz went to. Ohio State, actually.
Yeah.
Texas A&M. Jesus, I should have worn my college shirt. So apparently, a graduate student from one of these Ivy League schools, he figured out how to actually go back in time without any consequences whatsoever.
Bullshit.
I thought this is what I thought, and I was gonna mention it right now because I think what I had heard is that in order to time travel, you need to basically crush into all these atoms, and then you can have the ability to time travel. But in order to crush yourself into these atoms, guess what? You die. So you never have the ability to time travel.
You
so
dematerialize.
only your body will time travel if you make it there, or you're just gonna be in little bits
Yeah.
and pieces. But you're not gonna actually be alive once you arrive to your destination.
Yes,
that's what I thought.
Yes and no. Because right now, the only theoretical way, like time travel is possible theoretically only.
Yeah, theoretically, yes.
Only on paper. The only way you can actually time travel right now is if you go to if you're traveling at or faster than the speed of light.
Through manifesting. Yeah, through manifesting.
You have to be traveling at or faster than the speed of light, and that's just not physically possible for anything. Nothing in this world, in this universe, travels faster than light.
I don't know,
Only
bro.
light.
I don't know, bro. Those Toyota Supras are pretty fast.
One thing might be similar, similar to parallel universes, but it has to do with like atom crushing and stuff like that. So in a couple years ago, in Switzerland, scientists were hoping to make contact with a parallel universe.
I love
Okay,
it.
this happened in 2013, and I think like it made like a wormhole or like a black hole, mini black holes and stuff like that. And that's the way you can enter those parallel universe.
Right.
Yeah.
And I think that's one of the risks. Like if they do something like that, it can develop like a black hole and kill us all. So that might
Yeah.
because you have to actually like go faster than the speed of light. But if you go so fucking fast, you can create a black hole. From what I learned being a science student at MIT.
Okay.
Yeah, but from what I read on the internet,
This is why you shouldn't trust us
it's
whatsoever.
almost theoretical. No, trust me on this. Okay? Trust me on this. I studied political science.
Okay.
Okay.
I know the politics of time travel.
The only thing I know about black holes and the whole concept of that is, if you ever seen, to my listeners out there, please, it's an obscure one. You have to have seen this.
The only black hole I want to get into is yours.
Oh, it's a moon pie. I got a moon pie. Event Horizon is a really good movie made in the 90s.
You've seen it once.
I always talk about Event Horizon,
You
right?
didn't even like
The
it.
whole concept of Event Horizon is that there's a black hole, and beings are traveling through it, and it fucks with time, the concept of time on the spaceship, because they're like,
Right.
they don't know they're in the past or the present.
So to understand time travel, you kind of have to understand space-time, which is what we live in. We live in a three-dimensional space, in a three-dimensional world,
Yeah.
along a time-dimensional axis. So space and time are literally one of the same. Like you can't have one without the other.
Yeah.
So and it's crazy. I'm about to blow y'all's mind. gravity doesn't even exist. Gravity's not real.
Isn't that like what super fucking religious people think?
No. No, because what you're saying, what you're thinking, so like this falling, like this piece of paper falling on the table, like you say that's gravity, but gravity is not a thing. Like it's not like. Yeah. Gravity is not like a physical force.
You heard it here, folks. Gus.
I kind of want another beer. Fuck.
Gus says gravity's not real.
No. Gravity is real, but it's not a thing. It's not like a magnetic force that's put like you put two magnets together, you can feel the force, and there's a quantifiable force there, right? Gravity is not like that. Gravity is just the displacement of the fabric of space.
Okay, but I kind of like. I hate that nerdy fucking concept. Okay. I hate that nerdy concept of space. You're fucking dork. Okay, no, I'm kidding,
dude.
So
I thought you were gonna agree with me this episode.
No, I agree with you. But like, I want my concept of time travel to be in the most simplistic fucking form ever.
Oh, okay. I didn't even get to tell you how the guy fixed the whole time travel paradox thing.
Okay, then go ahead and I'll explain.
Okay, so the way this guy, they ended up proving it and proving it on paper and shit, is that if you would go back in time and change an event, let's just say you go back in time and you stop your parents from getting married.
Yeah.
Somehow, some way, the universe will correct itself.
Oh.
And
because God, God would never do such a thing to you. Okay, kids. So you time travel, fuck it up. Guess what? God's got your back.
He's gonna fix it.
Okay, but in this, so here's where I'm gonna stick a wrench in that fucking sentence right here. Because the universe can realign itself and refix itself.
Yeah.
Everything is predetermined.
Yo!
Free will doesn't really exist.
Wait, aren't you basically saying that God does it then?
No, I'm saying free will doesn't exist.
Okay, imagine this. Your whole life, listeners, your life.
Wait, that runs a whole like natural rights thing then. What the fuck?
We'll get into that right now.
Yeah.
But free will don't, you can't, you're what you're choosing, you're not really.
So you're saying that this podcast was predetermined millions of years ago when whenever we had the Big Bang.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, it all started with the Big Bang. Hey!
I fucking hate the Big Bang
and it
theory.
created your neighbor's garage.
Yes.
So, if I can say this. So, I hate that very complex theory of time travel because I don't like it. I'm too dumb for it.
It's because it's so.
I don't understand numbers. I haven't even I got a B in college algebra, or C in college algebra. Okay, so I don't fucking understand those physics. I tested out of college algebra. I took the easiest part of science in high school. I think it was theory of life science or whatever the fuck it was. It was like mediocre biology, okay? Because I didn't want to take that shit. So I want the easy theories and concepts of time travel, which is mixing expired energy drinks into a hot tub. Okay?
You like Hot Tub Time Machine? I like 2001: A Space Odyssey.
Through a fucking British telephone booth. Okay.
What is
Which
that?
is that one?
Oh, Matrix.
No, Doctor Who.
Doctor Who.
Or my favorite time traveler of all time, who I've not mentioned, is Austin Powers.
Which one Goldmember? Is that the one?
All of his things he time travels.
He time travels in every single movie.
Yes.
What?
Yeah.
Why?
I haven't seen Austin Powers
because Austin Powers went they put him they freeze him or whatever, and he has to go back. He actually
every
one
movie.
of them I think in
the one that Beyonce
I think in the last
out.
two. I think in the last two. But he has to actually in the last two, because in the second one he has to go back in time, and that's where he meets that blonde chick.
I don't know which. The only one I've seen is Goldmember.
The blonde chick. I think
Foxy Cleopatra.
The first one with Elizabeth. Her name's Elizabeth Taylor.
That's not Elizabeth Taylor.
What's her name? Okay. Anyways, with that hot British chick. Okay.
Elizabeth.
Go search that on the thing, Ed.
Chill. Yeah, just press record.
Elizabeth Hurley, I think. You don't know who Elizabeth Hurley is?
Elizabeth Hurley? Which one? How does she look like?
Okay.
Okay. Anyways, I want that
where
it has that spinning circle, and then you dive into it, and no. So in Goldmember, okay, they give Austin Powers this pimp mobile. Remember that one? And he coughs into it, and it's a badass fucking like 1960s car, and he's in the fucking airfield, and he drives straight, and he just goes boom into time, and then he goes into 1969 where Beyonce's dancing like solid gold.
I really thought we were gonna have an intellectual conversation about time travel.
When I time travel, Foxy Cleopatra, aka Beyonce, whole lot of women is there dancing when I time travel. That's my simple man concept.
Let me tell you about time travel.
Alright, fuck the theories. What time period would you go to?
If I was gonna go to any time period,
because Poncho's theories are all based on Austin Powers and shit.
No, so what I would do, where I would go with time travel, is I want to go to the fucking 80s, baby. I want to go to the 80s, and I want to bet some fucking money on Michael Jordan in the 96 and the 91 Bulls.
In Hot Tub Time Machine, remember that they did that.
They also do that in fucking Back to the Future.
I've never seen Hot Tub Time Machine.
Bro, Back to the Future and Hot Tub Time Machine are the same movie, bro.
Long story short,
and then they bet on the football game, and then that fucking bird or whatever gets there.
Oh yeah, the scroll. That's what I'm fucking talking about. That's what I'm telling you about. Dude, that little part right there is the universe correcting itself.
And then he has to suck the guy's dick after, but then like he's about to suck the guy's dick and he faints.
Yeah.
No. I just want to go to the 80s. I feel like the 80s was like a crazy time in America. You know, my parents grew up in the 80s,
okay,
right?
Top 3 places you would go back in time to.
Top 3 places I go into America, 1980s New York.
Okay.
Wasn't everyone getting murdered at the time?
Who?
Yeah, like the murder rate was fucking high in the 80s.
1980s New York. You're like, let's go.
I'm trying to pop some motherfuckers.
Revolutionary Texas. I want to fight at the Alamo.
Okay.
You're gonna die. I hope you know that.
I'm on the Mexican side.
Everyone dies at the Alamo, dude.
I'm on the Mexican side.
Okay.
And they win? Question mark?
Yeah, Mexico won.
Okay, I'm not cool.
And then they ended up winning San Jacinto.
Santana won.
See, I'm informed in science, not history.
So in the Alamo, they lost, but it was like a loss that they ended up building upon. Like, hey, we lost. Remember the Alamo? Remember the stuff that defeated us? So it rose momentum going into the Battle of San Jacinto.
Yeah.
They ended up winning, and then later on the Mexicans ended.
So you think if you went back in time, you would change the results of that battle?
I don't know. I probably
he might be the Mexican that fucks it all up.
Yeah, like
and then,
I trip and I fall and shoot my gun.
But no, then we wouldn't have the Texas pride that we do today. So no, don't go.
Oh, true.
That 1980s New York.
Okay.
Revolutionary Texas.
Okay.
And fuck, man, I think I want to go to 70s Laredo.
70s
Laredo.
There's nothing
pictures.
here.
No. Yeah, there were, dude. People were groovy.
Dude,
yeah.
My grandparents, dude, badass. Like, I've seen the pictures that they had. You know, my grandpa was
They fucking kicked ass, bro. My grandparents?
No, bro, like if you thought groovy, dude, Laredo was
groovy,
caps lock GROOVY, bro.
Dude,
and then spelled it out.
Oh, shit. And wasn't there like a flood in Laredo in the 70s? Wasn't that like the big? Or was that the 50s?
It was the 50s. Yeah.
There was also the Laredo crash.
Oh, here we go. Where would you guys? Top 3 places.
Okay, so I don't know where this one lands in my top 3, but I want to go to an 80s mall in California.
Ooh.
Because I felt like that was the place to be. Yeah. Like go to fucking San Bernardino or something like that.
Mall of America.
Or with fucking Mall of America.
In Minnesota.
Or what's that fucking city called?
Where?
Los Angeles.
Encino? No.
Encino?
San Dimas.
I've never
heard I'm pretty sure it's a real. Have you guys seen Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure?
I think it's a fake city.
Okay. Well, I want to go
to the studio.
I want to go to the mall from Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure, which is a mall in the 80s in California, because I feel like that's like the dynamic there. Like you go to the mall with your friends, or like you're fucking hanging out, looking all stupid with like your 80s clothes.
But you know, like
what I'm wearing.
Bill and Ted is an actual badass like theory, because let's say I was studying for a test and I needed to do that. Shit, I would go to Greece. I would go to,
like, if you had the power,
to the Spartan Wars or whatever the fuck they were called. You get me? That's badass.
Abduct Socrates.
And I mean, I would watch this movie with Noah. It was Mr. Peabody and Sherman.
Oh, okay, yeah.
It's the dog's the dad.
Yeah.
And they would travel back in time, and one of the scenes they're in that huge fucking horse, that Trojan horse.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
And everyone's inside and stuff like that because Sherman wants to fight.
I wouldn't go to that time period.
Yeah.
No, yeah, I just got that. I just got that concept. Like, maybe I would want to go there, but no, I'd end up dying.
So, California Mall in the 80s is one.
Yeah.
I want to go to a protest in the 60s.
You'd probably get shot by the National Guard.
Dude, this guy, man.
I don't want you all to die.
Protest in the 60s. I'm protesting the Vietnam War.
Okay.
I mean, the Kent State massacre was protesting the Vietnam War.
All right, I want to go to Forrest Gump land.
Some folks may raise the flag.
Fuck it, I'm going to the Vietnam War. I'm going to. I'm riding the chopper.
I'm like killing your trip and shit like this. Like fuck it, I'm about to fucking be in the war. Fuck it.
Yeah.
What else? One more.
And I think honestly, I would want to. Oh, dude, I was thinking about this I want to go back and see the fucking meteor that extinguished the dinosaurs. Like I want to just go visualize it. Yeah.
Like in the epicenter of it all.
Yeah.
No, but I think it crashed in the Gulf of Mexico, but still.
It crashed in the Gulf of Mexico. I want to see, but see, was the Gulf of Mexico where it is now?
No, we had Pangea.
I don't think Pangea as a whole.
So maybe there was land. Okay. Yeah, no, it goes into like where I want to go to.
Where would you go, Pancho?
Okay, so go to Cancun because it's probably close to Cancun.
Yeah, that's where the impact is.
Enjoy the beaches in Cancun a little bit, and then be like, okay, it's time for the meteor to come in.
Yeah,
and then you die.
I would go back 2 days before the meteor hits.
You know, enjoy the sun.
Like enjoy the sun, enjoy the prehistoric beach.
Jurassic period.
Survive a little bit. Yeah, you know, like
you wouldn't.
Run away from a little bit of T-Rexes. That's all.
I'm built different. Dude, no, I would have survived.
The air in those times was like so much thicker or some shit.
No, there was so much more oxygen. There was so much more oxygen. That's why everything was so big.
Yeah.
So would I think we'd be okay, right?
You'd be fine.
Right?
Dude, you would get so much oxygen, you'd be 6 feet. You're like, I'm going.
I hate this guy. I hate this guy. I am 6 feet.
Okay, anyways, Pancho, where are you going?
Okay, I'm 5'11" and a half.
So I was writing my notes. Yeah. Okay, I was thinking about where I would go, and I decided to tweet it out. You know, have any of y'all wondered like what type of dinosaurs were in Laredo?
Oh, yes, I have.
I want to know. Supposed to be like a fucking shitty tweet with like one like or no one liking. I just want to like put that out there. It got like 400 likes.
What?
Damn.
Yeah, and like a bunch of retweets, and someone put like Taquachosaurus, which is the fun, or a Caceratops.
Oh
yeah,
no,
bro, that was it. No,
I want to know what dinosaur shit in this garage. I want to see that.
Dude, yeah, no, it got me thinking. I tweet so much, so I can't go back to it. So
I'm just like a fucking Twitter god.
Like so I was wondering because I wanted to go back to the dinosaur times in Laredo. Yeah. You know, right here on the fucking by Barnito, which dinosaur was there?
Yeah, in North Central Park. There's got to be some sort of.
There's got to be some type of dinosaurs. And I tweeted, and some girl who was actually intelligent. I don't know her name.
It was my friend Leslie.
Okay.
Shout out to Leslie.
Yeah, so she was saying that I believe it because Laredo is actually a coastal city. If you don't believe that,
I would consider
we're considered coastal actually. We get coastal weather, so we would get coastal like aquatic dinosaurs because it might have been we could have been.
We could have been underwater.
In the sea underwater at the time.
Laredo is below sea level, right? Yeah, Laredo's below sea level?
No, I think a little bit above.
Okay, but I'm pretty sure back in then we probably were.
Yeah.
We were probably...
So, no, but I think they found fossils a long time. I'm sure they found fossils probably in the 1900s and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And they found aquatic creatures.
Yeah.
So that means that prehistorically the dinosaurs here were aquatic. But that kind of bums me out because I wanted to see, we had T-Rexes here. Because I'm basic. I want a T-Rex.
Yeah, who doesn't?
But I mean, if we had like I
want a Velociraptor.
Yeah.
That would be my dinosaur.
That'd be cool.
I'd be that dinosaur that's like the hard head that swings the little tail around.
Oh,
it looks like he's got balls at the end of his tail.
Yeah, like Brostodon or something.
I actually, I'm very into Laredo history, and I just want to go through all the chapters of Laredo history since like 1755
with Tomas Sanchez
and go all
this
the
guy
way
really loves Laredo
and go all the way down, like all the significant events that Laredo did. I just want to see because
that'd be cool.
Laredo actually fascinates me a lot.
We got a crazy little history.
We have a crazy little history. It's interesting, and like the streets or the Jovita Idar, who was a teacher who actually who was teaching Indians outside in Mirando City.
Natives.
Native Americans outside of Mirando City. I'm sorry.
That was close.
And then she actually became a journalist, an activist journalist with her dad, creating El Progreso magazine. Okay. Wow. Because she realized, we're not getting enough funds for the Native American students. I'm not doing what I can do because of the lack of money. So I'm going to create this newspaper. And she actually stood in front of Texas Rangers. Okay, because she would criticize.
Is this what happened?
She would criticize. I think she would criticize.
Yeah,
she would criticize Woodrow Wilson's act sending troops into Mexico within the occupation of Veracruz. Okay, so obviously she would talk shit about him, and they went there and she stood her ground, which is, to be honest, something that I admire so much. I actually want to get a tattoo in one of my. I plan on getting a sleeve. I want to get a tattoo of Jovita de Dar. Oh. So, anyways, and they ended up later when she was not there, destroying the entire building of the newspaper. Oh. So I actually want to go experience. That. That's something that fascinates me so much.
There with a bucket of water. Just
you know what? I got the best place to time travel.
Can I say one more thing?
Go.
I want to go when my biological dad met my mom, because my dad, that I consider as my stepdad, but he raised me. But I want to go when my dad met my mom. It's so fucking silly because I was a one night stand.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. So my dad barely knew.
What are you gonna try to do? Like
I want to say, like,
what do you want to do?
Like, I don't know how they met though. Like, they knew each other, but they were like whatever. And I was a one night stand.
Bro, do you ever think about how
I want to see how my parents met.
Yeah.
Do you ever think about how much things have to have gone right in order for you to exist?
Dude, so much.
Yeah, dude.
So much.
So much.
Like, let's just start, like, kind of recent. Your grandparents had to date. Your grandpa had to ask your grandma on a date. Like, he had to get the balls and the courage to be like, okay, I'm going to ask Guadalupe or whatever else grandma's name.
Grandpa actually failed a school level to stay with my grandma.
See?
That's some king shit.
See, like, imagine he was like, fuck it, I'll just pass.
Yeah.
Like,
but when I fail grades for girls, they think I'm stupid.
Because my grandpa went full simp for my... But, I mean, I ended up being born. So my grandparents lived like 4 blocks away from each other on Mercer Street.
In Zapata?
No, here in Laredo, on
nice.
Mercer. Where the church is St. Joseph's Church.
Okay.
So they would meet each other at the bus stop there on Meadow and Mercer. And I guess they met each other. And he's like, "Hey, Estelita, I really like you." So he thought a grade level for her. So then I want to go also back to when my grandma met my grandpa, because that's really interesting. Going to see there and you say
just observe.
Just observe.
I want to observe every event that led up to my birth, except those 2 events.
How did your parents meet, Gus?
If I get this story, my mom's listening to this, so she'll probably fucking correct me. But I think my mom's sister, she was already married, or she was dating my uncle at the time. But my mom's sister introduced my dad to my mom. Because my dad knew my mom's sister beforehand, because my dad has like 4 or 5 other brothers. Yeah. And there's this whole web. It's a whole clan. It's a whole web of people. Yeah.
Do some of your dad's brothers, did they date / marry some of your mom's sisters?
No. Oh. No, my mom only has 2 sisters, and they didn't date each other.
And they met in Monterrey, right?
Yeah, it was in Monterrey. It was when my mom was going to school.
Imagine your parents is what, the 70s, 80s?
My parents in the 80s.
Imagine going to 1980s Monterrey, Mexico.
Bro, that would be sick.
That is something.
Bro, I feel like everyone's dressing like badass Nike retros.
Fuck the Vietnam War. I want to go back to the 80s and go to a rager with my dad.
Dude.
At 22. Like,
you know what I want to do?
That would be fucking. Imagine,
that's pretty badass.
Imagine like dude,
with your dad, like, dude, my parents
with your dad, like, at your age, like, you guys are just fucking, dude, like.
That's something I always think is I think if I could go back in time and meet my parents, like, would they like me? Would they not like me? Would I be cool with my dad? Would I be cool with my mom? You know what I mean? Because my dad's a little bit older than my mom.
Bro, I guarantee my dad would be like, "Who the fuck is this?"
I would have hated my mom.
Really?
Because my mom was like a popular chick in high school. She was like the captain of the dance team. I would have fucking hated her.
my mom was an athlete. She was a basketball player.
No, my dad met my mom because my dad was best friends with my mom's brother.
Okay.
So then, I mean, he was always around. She got a little bit older. He got a little bit older. They met. They had me. Long story, right? But I just think it's funny because, like, my dad was like a skater, you know, smoking cigarettes, drinking beer, leaving school, and my mom was like a band kid, you know. So
They always get the band kids. Bro.
Yeah, they always get the band kids.
Both of my parents were athletes, so like it kind of like meshed.
Yeah.
My dad was short though, like he was shorter than my mom.
Really?
Yeah.
Is he? Oh, he's
still shorter.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's still a little bit short. I'm taller than both of my parents now, but I got my height thanks to my mom, I think. What's it called? But my dad played football, my mom played basketball. So like, I just wanted to like, and it would all be in Spanish because it's in Monterrey. So I was thinking about this right now when you were talking. I was like, shit, we are kind of like a reflection of our parents in the sense that they groomed us. They're fucking our parents. They groomed us. So if we go back in time and
we have bits and pieces of them
and meet them, like, we should like them.
Yeah.
Right? Like,
you're gonna date your mom?
No. Like we should click and shit. Like, But
you're gonna fuck it up with a grandfather theory.
No. But it's possible that our parents won't like us because us at that time is a reflection of them when they're older.
Yeah.
So at that time they're probably all wild and out and shit like that. So and we have the values that they've instilled in us when they were older. So we go back. So it's kind of like you think that.
I mean, my mom had me at 22.
Mom had me at 20.
Wait, I got another.
I feel like I'd be the same age.
I got another question for you guys on time travel. If you could go back and restart your life with the knowledge you have now, would you fix it? What would you change? What would you do? What would you?
No, because I wouldn't have the life that I do now. I mean, I would change some stuff, but I feel like it would affect a lot of things that maybe I would have never met Kat. That means I would have never had Noah or Olivia. So I don't want to change it. Let's say if I didn't have, Noah, Olivia, or Kat, then maybe. But because I like, or the stuff I have now, maybe out of curiosity, and then I'm like, oh, I don't like it. Or, okay, oh, no. It's like, oh, it was interesting to see. Okay, back to my normal life.
Yeah.
But I would like to see how my life would be different, but I think that's more like a parallel universe thing.
Yeah, it is.
Rather than time travel. Because
that life does exist.
Yeah.
Your life when you never met Kat and Noah and Olivia
would I have been dead?
That timeline does exist somewhere else because there is multiple universes. That's proven.
Like I met Kat at Montana Mike's. Rest in peace, Montana Mike's.
Yeah.
What if we never got a Montana Mike's? What if the people that contracted the deal to get a Montana Mike, they were like, nah, never mind.
You took a left turn, and then because you took the left turn, they got sideswiped by a fucking truck, and they died.
Okay, so I quit Whataburger to stay only at Montana Mike's. What if I quit Montana Mike's to stay at Whataburger? So time travel was a crazy thing. Let's talk about something else, okay? We had fun talking about time travel. I agree with you for once. I liked it.
I mean, I thought we were gonna actually have an intellectual thing.
I got one last thing to say about time travel.
Okay.
We gotta do the ad real quick though.
The real true place you should go to, any listeners, if you can time travel, the real true place you should go to is you should go to the Library of Alexandria and learn everything.
Oh, okay. That's actually I like that. I want to go and experience the Library of Alexandria. But Fonz, read the ad.
Wait. This is gonna be cool. Okay, just for one more time travel.
Go.
If I can go back in time and introduce people to great, amazing sound, I would bring Audio World into the 80s or 70s,
bro,
and introduce them to the great fucking sound quality and service that is Audio World. Let's go, Fonz.
It's 7 a.m. waking up in the morning. Gotta be fresh. Gotta go downstairs. Gotta call my girl. Psych. Y'all thought. I don't have a girl, but I know I'm gonna get one real soon because I invested in materialistic items such as speakers and TVs to impress shallow girls from Audio World. Audio World. When you want the best quality in the biz, but you also want the best prices in the biz. We do it all. TV installations, home theater recommendations, and speaker installs. Want to see if your ex is checking up on you? She's not. She moved on, bro. But just in case, we also do security camera installations. Check out what we do. Follow us on Instagram at audioworld.tx and shoot us a DM. Be on the lookout for an AirPods giveaway happening real soon.
It's already happening right now.
It's happening as we speak. Yeah,
I believe he hasn't drawn the winners yet. Yeah. So
I don't know if this ad was like geared towards me or like, dude, what's up here?
That was really nice.
So on Instagram, audioworld.tx.
Yeah. Just
in case you were wondering, because we haven't given them our their Instagram handle. Can we talk about the stuff that we've done with Audio World recently?
Oh, we did some. What are the big moves, guys?
Oh, okay.
We made money moves.
We made a really big investment for the podcast. So, we actually, this setup that you see right here in front of you all day, you won't see this next week. You might actually not even see anything, except for the mics, obviously, because we're going to have to speak into the mics. But we've actually purchased this really nice soundboard, and honestly, I don't know what the fuck it's called, but it's by the brand Rode. And in the Audio World business industry, Rode is a very high quality product. So we're gonna get some new fucking mics. We're using USB mics right now.
Yeah, we're in it for the long haul, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, we are.
We're gonna get some new mics, some XLR mics, high quality mics, shotgun mics. So you're gonna be speaking right directly into it. It's gonna come with boom arms, so you're gonna be able to fucking adjust and actually be able to lay back and move the mic towards you. There's going to be pre-installed sounds that we can also customize and stuff. So Ed's going to be able to play with a nice little switchboard back there and start actually controlling shit a lot better. And I want to say that by next week we can also have a two cameras, two angle podcasts going, so we can start switching back and forth and shit. So
I think because thank you Audio World.
Yeah,
and
big,
huge.
I was saving this to the end. Okay, this is before we go into our next topic. I was gonna say this to the end, but let's say now because of Audio World, we're actually gonna be able to expand our network of podcasts. Okay,
give me the sound, Eddie.
So Gus, introduce. What are we gonna do?
Okay. So again, we're gonna bring you more stuff and
more content.
More content.
Solo content, actually.
Yeah, more solo content. So if you love hearing our voices, which I know you don't, you're gonna start hearing a lot more of them. So Pancho's actually gonna break off, and not really break off because we're
subsidiaries.
Your Neighbor's Garage is still existing. We're still getting together, us three, and doing this podcast every week. But Pancho's gonna have his own little mini podcast going on, where he's going to be talking about sports and betting and such things. Fonz is going to be able to break off and have his own little podcast where he talks about...
I'm going to educate y'all with Fonz's music reviews.
Yeah, he's going to talk about music and albums and all the latest happenings in the music industry, which I didn't even know he was savvy in.
Yeah, I really
had no idea.
Either,
like,
yeah,
you don't, you know...
I don't look like it?
No.
I thought you were like... only knew Pierce the Veal or something. That's it.
Like, I don't know how many times you can review fucking, what's that song by Eddie Murphy?
Party All the Time.
Yeah, Party All the Time. Like, you can only review that song so many times.
That's the first one.
He goes verse by verse.
Yeah, I'm going to review every Phil Collins album ever. Like,
oh, fuck. Huey Lewis in the News. And I'm gonna I'm gonna do my own podcast where we talk about science and physics and a lot of stuff like that.
Yeah.
I know most of you probably are not gonna want to listen to that, but it's fine because I like to talk about it. If you guys did not notice,
we understand that Your Neighbor's Garage is the main podcast, the main structure of our brand, Garage Society Co.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't think we've made that clear.
We haven't made that clear. That's why our Instagram handle is Garage Society Co.
Mm-hmm.
And think of it like, I hate to say this, but Barstool. Think of it as Barstool, and think of Your Neighbor's Barstool as Garage Society Co.
Yeah. Barstool,
like
Garage Society.
Your Neighbor's Garage, the same as like Call Her Daddy or Part of My Take.
Yeah.
And then now we have the other podcast. So my podcast, we're still under Garage Society Co. and so are the others. So we're going to be expanding our networks, more stuff for you to watch. And because I love sports, I love saying my opinions on sports, even if it's only one other person listening. The same with Fonz and the same with Gus. So we're expanding our brand, and thank you all so much. Thank you all so much. Thank you to Audio World. Danny, if you're out there, we love you so fucking much.
Yeah, he listens to
because if it wasn't for our Audio World sponsor, we wouldn't be where we are today.
I wouldn't be anything without Audio World.
We bought cheap as $20 microphones from Amazon.com.
Yeah, that's how we started. That was
our first episode. We're speaking to a fucking stick.
Yeah, which by the way, people are still listening to. As of today, people are still tuning into the very first episode.
It
baffles me.
Spoke to a fucking stick, and because of you all and your dedication to us,
we put a chop
on a coffee can.
Oh, try it again.
On a coffee can, we're good.
Eddie in the stew.
So yes, we taped a little mic to a chopstick and we stuck that inside of a Yeti can.
So, ladies and gentlemen, we're in it for the long haul. We love you all. Thank you all for expanding our network. Let's go into the next fucking topic. So, it's kind of sorry.
We might have to cut the topic a little shorter than usual just because we're already kind of hitting the. Whoa.
It's kind of hot.
Okay, fucking Apple Watch.
Yeah. What's the temperature right now? What's the temperature in Laredo?
It's 79.
79. No, it's not.
Is it really?
What do you mean?
Mine says 81.
No. It's 38 degrees.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, God.
In Laredo, Montana.
The most forced.
That was the most forced joke.
I planned this for a week. Okay.
And that's the best you could come up with?
I planned this for a week. I did this the day that we found out our poor Bella had passed away.
Oh,
okay, rest in peace, Bella. The
little
segment's
baby.
for you.
She's my little baby.
Okay, so, ladies and gentlemen, you thought you lived in Laredo, Texas, very unique. The only other city that you knew was Nuevo Laredo, Tamaulipas, or our founding city, which is Laredo, Santander, there in Spain. Okay, so we have 2 Laredos in the United States. Yes, our founders came from
Spain.
Laredo, Santander in Spain. Santander is a province in Spain. Okay, so there's 2 Laredos. okay, Laredo people from Laredo, Texas, we're the big Laredo. We're the big fucking...
We're the best Laredo.
We're the big fucking cock Laredo. I'm sorry.
That's like a porn ad. Like, big fucking cock. We're the big fucking cock.
There's 2 Laredos. I want to start with the first one. There's Laredo, Montana. You think Montana?
Yeah.
Hannah, Montana? Okay, so...
I'd like to go to Montana.
In Laredo, Montana, it's 38 degrees because it's so fucking cold because guess what? It's only 50 miles away from the Canadian-United States border.
Oh, yeah.
Okay?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You've seen Fargo, yeah?
Oh, I've seen Fargo. Oh, yeah.
So maybe that's how Laredo Montanians speak, but I don't know because it's a fucking ghost town. There's no actual population there because it's... Guess what? You blink and you're not there anymore.
You're gone.
How many streets do you think it is?
It's on the highway.
It's one highway.
It's literally on a state highway. It's only a couple, like 100 yards long.
Can I get there on I-35? Through I-35?
No, I mean you get on I-35 and you go through farm.
100 yards long?
It's dude. You blink and it's so the only thing. There's grain elevators. So our listeners
It's
don't
a
know
football
what
field long.
Silos.
Grain elevators are. They're like these little towers that hold a bunch of grain because it's an agricultural place.
Yeah.
And then little houses, like very few and stuff like that. But it's an unincorporated town, so there's no actual population there. They only do their population based on the county that they live in. That I believe it's called Hill County here in Montana. So you pass by and it's gone. There's really nothing. There's literally nothing to it. It's not a ghost town because a few people. It's just a blink and you're out there. Wow. There's some cities like that in Texas.
Is there a school? They have to travel to a school.
I mean,
right?
I'm sure if you live there, you go to a school.
A neighboring county.
There, like when I lived in Zapata, people from San Ignacio
Yeah.
had to go on a school bus from San Ignacio all the way to Zapata.
Like at 6 a.m.
But in this case, San Ignacio has like 1,000 people.
San Ignacio is bigger than this city.
It literally has almost nobody.
That's ridiculous.
It's like if I put my house in the middle of the highway, like on the way to 35, and I'm there.
Can I be the mayor of that city?
There's no mayor because it's an unincorporated town.
Oh, so it's a village, bro.
It's an idea.
It's an idea.
It's
a concept.
People,
if you're big brain like us,
Yeah.
it's a concept.
Huge brain.
Yeah. So there's really nothing to it. Laredo, Montana. If you live there and you're not 21 years old, you can drive 50 miles to the Canadian border and drink your life away.
Wow.
So,
Oh yeah.
I guess a more interesting Laredo is Laredo, Missouri.
That's the second was the third Laredo in the U.S.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
Missouri. Okay. Is it bigger than us?
No.
What?
It's so fucking small as well. So there's Laredo, Missouri. I forgot the name of the county. Okay. So it's only, it's also close to the Missouri and Iowa border.
Missouri.
Okay.
And
So
Iowa.
it's
okay.
it's a very rural
It's a Bible
town.
Belt town. It's a Bible Belt city.
Bible Belt is more in the south.
Ah.
Yeah, it's Midwest.
Well, it's Missouri, isn't it?
Missouri's Midwest.
Missouri's Midwest.
Yes, it's
Missouri
not
is
Bible
a
Belt.
southern.
Yeah.
Oh, Missouri's
yeah.
southern.
Really?
Yeah,
But I would say it's North Missouri though.
Is it part of the SEC?
Missouri.
No, Missouri is part of Mizzou. Oh, Mizzou is part of the SEC, but it used to be part of the Big 12.
Yeah.
So
there
it
you
all
go,
depends
SEC.
on what. Yeah, it doesn't matter.
we break up the U.S. based on
Yeah,
fucking college football.
Yeah.
Missouri territory was a Native American territory. So who gives a fuck?
Bro, remember when Mizzou had the first openly gay football player?
Yes,
Michael Sam?
Michael Sam.
And then
he never played.
Yeah, he got drafted by the Cowboys.
Yeah.
Oh, he did?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
He got cut out of training camp though.
Yeah,
shit.
It's weird because he was SEC Defensive Player of the Year. I have conspiracy theories that obviously like he didn't get play because he was gay.
He was a defensive end, right?
Yeah, he was a defensive end.
Damn.
So Laredo, Missouri. Okay, so
I'd have him defend
There-
my end.
Laredo, Texas has about 300,000 people. We'll know in the new census coming up soon. But in 2010, the census actually had Laredo, Missouri had a population of about 198 people. Only 198 people. So guess what? Everybody like at House of Whiskey or at Barnito, that's a whole fucking town.
That's crazy.
I don't think I would like that. That's too little people. There's no bro. How do you meet anybody? Like, how do you date?
Have you ever heard the song by Sam Smith? When you grow up, no, not Sam Hunt. When you grow up in a small town, it's basically saying
Just a small town girl.
No, it's basically saying like he was with his girl, but because he lives in a small and they broke up, but because he lives in a small town, she knows like someone else is fucking her because his truck is there at her house.
Oh,
because you live in.
Fuck, dude, that sucks.
Yeah, so that's basically what it is. So
course he had
since
a truck,
1900s, in the 1900s, The highest it's been was actually 1,421.
Wow.
Because the city used to be like a ground for transportation. So back then the trains used to run on coal and steam.
Yeah.
Right. So you had to do freaking stops. So everyone stopped in Laredo. So they actually had a good amount of stuff. They had a little barbershop, 3 churches, a jewelry store.
So people can set up their little businesses.
It's like San Diego, Texas. It's like that size.
Yeah, it's like San Diego.
We have a San Diego.
Yeah, we have a San Diego, Texas. Yes.
I know we have a Paris, Texas.
I think it's in Jim County. It's close to Hepburnville.
Yeah. Bro, did you know that like most of Texas population is east of I-35?
Yes.
I think like west is really just like El
West,
Paso.
have you ever driven West Texas?
Yeah, I have. I've gone to New Mexico. Like we've gone like through El Paso.
It's basically Lubbock, Abilene, Fort Stockton, El Paso, and that's it. And Midland.
And everything else is
and
just
Odessa,
open land.
barely. Yeah, it's all open land. A lot of it
rich oil, baby.
Yeah. And some of it is like Big Bad National Park is federal land. Anyways, so
rich federal land.
So
baby.
in the 1950s, they developed, I guess, diesel engine, and because diesel engines last longer, you don't have to stop, and the economy fucking crumbled. And guess what? Now it's less than 200 people. And the estimates is even in 2015 is a lot lower, so it sucks. But in Laredo, Texas, I fucking spend almost $1,100 on rent for a 2-bedroom, 2-bath apartment. Wow. Guess how much the rent is over there in Laredo, Missouri? $447.
Wow. Dude,
so imagine if we split it up.
It's the fucking Killam's, bro.
Oh my god.
The Killam's and the Fastins.
Let's say you want to buy land in Laredo, Missouri. A 1.5 acre.
It pisses me off, dude.
A 1.5 acre property there. And you could build a 3-bedroom, 1-bath home there.
This is the only time I would say eat the rich.
Yes. You could buy that property for $34,000, only $298 a month.
You're like, what?
Yeah, but it's Trump City there.
Where?
Both Laredos.
All of them?
Yes. So
not all of them.
Let me give you.
To Montana, there's no way Montana's Trump City.
Yeah, bro.
Really?
Yes.
Laredo, Montana?
So
all 40 of them?
They're the most Trumpy there. So
they're the most, bro. Well, I mean, like
I got stats, baby.
Bro,
I don't think they can afford to split their fucking part.
Like their town is so small, like they'll kill each other. Like if they split.
Okay, so
like I feel like they all kind of just like get into a room and like, all right, guys, who are we voting for this year?
I had to go based on their county, but the counties are still fucking small. So in the county that Laredo, Montana's in, they voted 78% Trump and 17% Hillary Clinton.
Oh fuck.
Yeah. In Missouri, it was 54% Trump, 36% Hillary, and in Laredo, it's the total opposite: 74% Hillary, 22% Trump. And over there in Montana, okay, it's only 2% Hispanic. Here we're 95. Yeah, and in Missouri, it's 4%. So our Laredos are the polar opposite. There. Yeah, our sister Laredos here in the United States are the polar opposite of us. So that's all I gotta say about Laredo. Little fun facts here about Laredo, Texas, just in case you thought that we're alone. We're the only Laredo in the United States. No, there's our hillbilly brothers. They're in Laredo, Montana. Laredo, Missouri. I'm from Laredo, Montana. I have shitty accents of Montana.
All you people that hate on Laredo, like. There's worse.
It could be worse.
You can live in a shittier Laredo.
Yeah, you can live in a smaller, shittier, more Trumpier Laredo. So
Speaking of small towns,
my Twitter would be so mad if they lived in that Laredo.
No, they love me. Long story short, I got another one about.
You're a little too brown for them to love.
I don't like that boy in the cowboy uniform with his ass out.
Hey Billy, I think we got a new bear coming in. Yeah, he's eating all the moon pies.
I just rummaged through the one Circle K they have.
So Fonz, what would you do if we all, like this whole block, if we all lived in the same house, in the same building?
Oh, dude, I'd go fucking crazy.
Yeah.
Which brings me to our last story of the night. Talking about weird little cities across the U.S., this one is in Whittier, Alaska. Whittier, Alaska is a small remote town 60 miles south of Anchorage that is commonly referred to as the town under one roof. How small is Whittier? About 217 people live there, and it's only accessible by boat or a one-way lane tunnel. But the strange thing about this town is that nearly all of the residents live in the same building. Begich Towers, a Cold War era army barracks built in 1974. A police station, grocery store, clinic, church, convenience store, and school are all housed within the structures. Berich offers a bed and breakfast, and guests are welcome to come and observe how life goes on in this near one structured town. So basically, the whole city, the whole town lives in this one fucking place, right?
I got the giggles. I'm sorry.
So they have a police station, restaurant, school, hospital, all in one building, and almost all the population. There's a couple of sub buildings, a couple of houses where
how many people live there?
217 people.
How big is this building? Is it like a hotel?
It's like a hotel size. Oh, how big is a barracks?
Barracks. Building of barracks. It depends. Some are huge, some are small. Never played Call of Duty. I've lived in barracks that only had like one building was only like 50 people. Yeah, but then there's size-wise. That only had like 50 people. But there's some that actually have a lot more, like thousands, because it's a huge barracks. So yeah, it all depends.
Yeah. So going back to it, so everybody lives, mostly everybody. There's a couple of, buildings where people don't live in it, but a majority of the 217 people that live there live in that fucking building. Like, imagine that. Like,
so the police officers just walk the hall.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah. Like, I saw that. I guess they just walk the hall. Oh, Gus just called me an insult through text. That's all. So imagine that.
That's why I got the giggles.
Like, what do you do if you're dating a girl and like you're like, yeah, like I want to take you out. Let's go to the floor of one and let's go eat at the restaurant. Like,
what if you're neighbors with her? And let's say you're neighbors with her. You all break up and you're going through a heartbreak, and you just see her like.
No,
and she moved on real quick.
Or you're in the elevator and your ex walks in.
Yeah.
And now you gotta wait 3 floors and like you're like.
And with another guy.
Yeah, walks in with making out with another guy.
She's like, hey, Fonzie, and then.
That's when I turn into that scene in Drive where he starts stepping on the guy's head.
Oh fuck, dude, that's it. That's it. Yo, I recently saw Drive. It's actually really good.
I would hate to live there though.
I would hate to live there too. Like. You're basically forced to live with everybody you know.
I mean, it's fine.
I no, but I feel like it's one of those shitty fucking movies or those terrible movies, and then there's like a huge massacre inside, and you're trying to find the killer, and then everybody dies inside there.
I wouldn't watch that movie.
I don't know. I'm just shitting out of my ass.
Well, it's been a good episode, gentlemen.
Can I do a shout out?
Do a shout out.
Okay, so. I have a buddy. I promised him I'd do a shout out. His name is Lino, one of my best friends from high school. He's a Twitch streamer. Recently, he did a 24-hour stream on Call of Duty Warzone, 24 hours. His Twitch stream is Lino Cappuccino. So Lino, Lino, and the Cappuccino. I do not know how to spell cappuccino.
But it's the way you spell cappuccino.
Yeah, the way you spell cappuccino. This guy plays on Xbox One. He grinds his heart out. He's a student at UTSA, trying to pay bills for his nursing degree. This guy works at a fucking expensive ass Italian restaurant there in San Antonio. But he's busting.
Olive Garden?
He's busting his ball. No, there by the rim or something like that. Yeah.
I don't know.
Busting his ass off. He gave a bunch of people a fucking 24-hour stream, and this guy's not even a big guy.
That's crazy.
So shout out Lino, one of my best friends. I fucking love you, Lino. He's a listener of this podcast since the first episode.
Awesome, dude.
So yes, if you like watching Twitch, listen to Excusa and Lino Cappuccino.
Fuck
yeah. Oh yeah. Well, it's been a great episode. We love everybody that listens and shout out. We got a special Zapata hit.
I requested this.
No.
I know everybody in Zapata. This is like their anthem when they were like in kindergarten. They had to learn this one.
When I'm trying. This came out like 2010.
No.
But let's fucking go, baby.
Baby, lock them doors and turn the lights down low. Put some music on that's soft and slow. Baby, we ain't got no place to go. I hope you understand. I've been thinking about this all day long. Never felt a feeling quite this strong. I can't believe how much it turns me on. Just to be your man.
Fucking neighbor's garage.
And also, guys, I have 2 unreleased songs dropping very soon. Be on the lookout for the Fonz's debut EP.
And merch coming out soon.
Merch. So we're going to work it out. We've been lazy.
If we've been lazy, that's really mostly what it is.
We need to pay for the bills.
Yeah. Right. Send us money. We're crowdfunded.
If you can, send us money.
More beers.
All right.
I love y'all.
Love you guys.
Bye.